A very good afternoon to you and all our listeners. It's good to be here.
Today we are going to look at the dons and the do's of if we hear that the certain household have got someone that died. In preparation of the funeral service, what is it that is expected from Islam person? What is it that the Quran says that we must live by, the costumes and the taboos that we live by, and after the burial?
Okay, thank you very much. Islam deals with death in a very detailed manner. So we are told how to approach death. When a person is about to die, we are told what to do. A person whom the signs of death have become visible is known as muhtadar. And we are told what to do with that person, and we must prepare this person for a very good ending by reminding also this person of the last words, which are the words of fate. And once it has come to that point wherein this person has eventually left this world, they have died. They are now pronounced dead. That's when now the biggest responsibility comes in to the living in as far as the rights of the person who has now just departed is concerned. We are told in Islam, number one, we must not delay with the burial of the deceased person. That is a fundamental issue that is emphasized in Islam. When a person has died, it means that they have now nothing for them. There is now nothing for them in this world. So we must hurry to bury them. And so what are the steps that we must take when now this person has died? Every Muslim has to be washed before they are buried. So what we are going to do is we are going to make sure that, number one, we fill in the paperwork in our today's world. There are some requirements that has to be done in terms of the laws of the land, the burial orders and the death certificate, or whatever
It's
that is
stated in the Quran.
this analogy. Islam has provided for accommodation of all this. So we make sure that that is fulfilled, because Muslims are not, people who are not law-abiding citizens. They are law-abiding citizens. So we try to do that as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And secondly, we make sure that we bath the deceased. A full bath. We don't leave this job to the funeral parlors. We do it ourselves.
So the family members.
Preferably the family members. If there is no one from the family members who is able to do this funeral rite of bathing the deceased, then the religious scholars can take this responsibility. They can bath the deceased person. A female must be bathed by females, and a male will be bathed by males. And after that has been done, the person is shrouded. It's called kafan. If it is a male, 3 pieces of cloth. If it is a female, 5 pieces of cloth. And it's perfumed. And after that, the body is ready for burial. Before the burial is done, there is a prayer which is known as Salatul Janaza. It is offered for this deceased person. And after that prayer has been offered, then the person is laid to rest. So while some people are busy with the washing and the paperwork and everything is being prepared, there will be other people who will be busy preparing the grave itself. There are also 2 types of graves that we use. When you dig the grave, it's either you make like a small cave on the side, or you can make another small a narrower hole in the middle where you are going to tightly put the body of the deceased. And then there is a proper way of doing it, and then we bury the person. After that, we can say that we have concluded with the burial. There are other recommended things or optional things that we may do after that. Then this is how we bury our deceased. So while we are looking at these three things, or we can say four things: the bathing, the shrouding, the salah or the prayer, and the burial. There are things that we are taught in between to say, stay away from this as much as possible.
When there is preparation of
when we are carrying out these things, preparing the burial and the burying, we don't believe in prolonging the burial of the person. So Islam says, bury as quickly as possible. If I die today, if I die in the morning, by nightfall I might have been buried.
Yeah.
Same day.
Washed,
that is
cleaned.
best. Yes. Because why are you holding me above the earth when the earth is done with me?
Yeah.
So when we are burying, there is a verse from the Quran that we also read as we are throwing the sand on top of the deceased person. That minha khalaqnakum, from it the sand we created you. Wa minha nu'idukum, and into it. Wa fiha nu'idukum, and into it, the sand, the soil, we are going to place you back. Wa minha nukhrijukum taratan ukhra, and from it we are going to resurrect you another time, a second time. So we came from the soil, and to the soil we shall be returned, and from the soil we shall be brought up again to stand on the day of resurrection, where we are going to give an account to the Almighty God. So we are not to be, taken for a long time on top of the earth when we are dead.
We are dead.
Here on top of the earth, it is for the living. It is for people who are living. And as long as we have not buried our deceased, it remains a burden on those people that are living. So we must quickly remove this burden on those that are living, because they can't carry on with their lives. And secondly, we are told that when we bury our deceased, we don't use coffins.
Okay.
Yes.
In Islam.
We use a cloth. You see this material, this white that I'm wearing. This is the piece of cloth that I'm going to be wrapped in when I die. All these jackets are not going to follow me in my grave. These watch and jewelry, they are not going to follow me. My shoes are not going to follow me. My cap is not going to follow me. And whether rich or poor, our burial is the same. There is no difference in terms of burial cost for a rich and a poor person. No, we are all the same.
Yeah.
So no coffins, and our bathing is the same. Our clothing, our shrouding is the same. No coffins for all of us. And again, after we have been buried, we see it today. We have mausoleums, we have these tombstones. We have these. I have gone to some graveyards. I have seen like they build like a room, well decorated with the artifacts, with the pictures of the deceased person. And I know of some mausoleums that have been built, which were which amounted to millions of rands.
Yeah, that's true.
And I have seen a coffin which amounted to more than 20 million rands.
Yeah, that's true.
And I have seen now, there was another funeral I saw just last week. Another man here in South Africa, he was lying in his coffin. This coffin, it was a glass coffin. And this man was wearing his, these designer clothes, Louis Vuitton, dead. And they were actually showing how expensive he was dressed.
Yeah.
Now, we have also seen some people being buried with money. People throw money inside the coffin. These are the practices that people are doing. I also saw at one point in time, this man, he was buried in his most beloved possession, which was a Rolls-Royce car. And they had to dig a grave which was very wide and big. Now, according to Islam, this is all extravagance.
Yeah.
Today, you know, because of these expensive coffins, do you know we have another problem? When you go to the graveyards, you will see some freshly buried people. You go the next morning, you see there are signs that this place was tampered with. And what's happening? You are buried in an expensive coffin, and at night some people, they come, they dig up the grave, they throw you inside the soil, and it's a message again that is saying that you don't need this.
You don't have to do that.
They throw the body down on the ground, and they take the coffin, they clean it, and they resell it to the next victim. So all these are unnecessary things. Why? Because people just want to show off. And again, there is another practice. When people die, in Islam, we are told that don't put a burden on people who are
still alive.
They are mourning.
Okay.
So when I die.
Burden in which way?
When I die. Now, because I was a person who was well known, there are going to be maybe tens or hundreds or thousands of people that are going to gather for my funeral. And all of them, they are expecting my family to feed them. And these people, they are mourning. They are in bereavement. They have just lost their breadwinner. And now they have to stress about feeding all these people that are coming.
Especially on the point where you raise that Islam doesn't allow or recommend a person who maybe bafunzi vachi vase ava votofara ngotoraro ndi ḓo vha dzhia zwenezwi zwinapo sikale vha votofarisa zwenezwo. When you said Islam doesn't recommend a person to be kept for a longest time in the world, it also minimizes the cost of the preparation.
Every day I have witnessed the funerals of people that I know, of people who have even now come to me and say, okay, we are looking for assistance. Our relatives or our father or our mother has passed away. People are gathering at home. There is no food. We need assistance with that. Now, look at the burden that you are putting on these people that have remained behind. It's a lot. So in Islam says, if people have to gather, they have to actually bring food to the house of the bereaved family. If you are going there empty-handed and you know you are going to sleep there, whose food are you going to eat? Who is going to provide for that food? Have you ever thought of that?
Might come.
You are not the only person who is going there. Let us go there, commiserate with the family of the deceased. Let us mourn together with them, be with them, but let us make life easy for them. They are now in a state, you know, they are in a fragile state. They are weak, they are in sadness, they are in sorrow. They don't even have the strength to cook for you. You are going there, you are sitting, you are expecting them to go onto the stove and cook for you. So we must make life easier for them. We must actually prepare food for them.
Groceries.
Yes, we must actually provide food for them. We know life is not easy now for you. It's no longer the same. You don't have time for yourself. And as a community, we come together, we help them during their times of bereavement. And so we see how funerals have now been commercialized. And we see people are staying or the deceased are being kept in the mortuaries. And every day the mortuary is charging a lot of money. Why are you keeping that deceased person in the mortuary? It's not going to bring him or her back.
That's true.
Let the person rest. Lay them in their final resting place. That is what Islam teaches us. And other than now making the family incur extra cost for all those days that the person is going to be laying in the mortuary. So Islam is saying that minimize the cost that you must spend on the deceased person by making sure that you bury the person as quickly as possible. And don't do this embalming, this injection of embalming so that the deceased person can stay for a long time. No. Islam says no to all this. There is no need for that. Bury the person same time. No need for embalming. No need for refrigeration. And again, Islam tells us that where you die is where you are going to be buried. I come from some land hundreds of kilometers away from here. When I die, don't worry about looking for transportation and repatriation of myself to wherever I came from. Wherever I die, bury me there. I know my teacher, when I was back home, he passed away. There was a conference in Libya. Before he died, he had told us that it is my desire that when I die, you bury me in such a place and do this and that. But when he died in Libya and he was buried there. We never saw him. We never attended his funeral. And everything went there. Why? Because it's not necessary. What difference is it going to make? So that's again another teaching of Islam, that we must bury our deceased wherever they passed away. And this minimizes the burden of the people that are living right now as we are talking. I have a person that I was talking to, a colleague of mine, and he tells me that a relative passed away in the UK. And the family now are trying to put resources together to repatriate back that person back home. And you know how much it is costing? That just the repatriation cost, it's in excess of 150,000 rands. That amount of money, you couldn't put it together when this person was alive to give him or her to start a business. But now when he's dead, when he's no longer useful to us, you are going now. The family members are incurring debts in order to just repatriate the body. So Islam says, no, that is not good, that is not right, that is not correct. Let the person be buried where they are. You know, in Shona, they tell us, there is a statement that there is no place without graves, which means that don't go the extra mile of looking for cost, for monies to repatriate me or bring me back. Bury me wherever I die. Why? Because any place is good enough for anyone to be buried in that place. So there are a lot of other things when it comes to the erection of tombstones also and building on the graves. Islam teaches us that there is a minimum of 1 foot when it comes to building on the grave. You can't erect tombstones or building mausoleums on the graves. It is not allowed in Islam. Or excessive veneration of the graves. There are some people who will go to the graveyards and they are wailing and they are crying, they are praying to the deceased. They think that now this person can help them and can hear them. Well, Islam says that no, those practices are not for us as Muslims.
Yeah, I'm coming back to the dons and the taboo after the burial. You have articulated very well what must happen before the burial. Thank you so much, Imam. Zazino mchile sindia warayabu narkoya toni mapugoni abdalo na zubia wasika uri chibu yer koko za wafunzi bochi basara kono vrazitingo ndi masiar nga hindi na rembo diva nga hindi na mchile siwa Univan FM nga rating awradi.